How does a hybrid car work? This is the car's engine. Unlike traditional gas cars, there's also a generator next to the engine. It's called an integrated starter generator, or ISG for short. It can not only generate electricity, but also provide power like an electric motor. The ISG is connected to the engine's crankshaft via a belt. When the engine needs to start, the 12-volt battery powers the generator. At this point, the ISG functions as an electric motor to start the engine. When the car is driving normally, the lithium battery mounted in front starts powering the ISG. This further increases the car's speed while also reducing the engine's fuel consumption. When the car is running at high speed and you ease off the gas or apply the brakes, the car's mechanical energy is transferred from the wheels to the ISG. At this time, the ISG functions as a generator, charging both the 12-volt battery and the lithium battery. However, this design has a problem. The engine and ISG are interdependent and cannot independently drive the car. The structure of a true hybrid car looks like this. It has 3 drive units. These are the traditional engine, the electric motor generator unit MG1 and the electric motor generator unit MG2. These 2 motor generator units work the same way. They can function as either electric motors or generators. There's an inverter here that manages the power from the car's generator and battery. When we start the car and begin driving at low speed, the engine doesn't start. At this point, the car can run purely on MG2's power. How is this achieved? Let's turn to this side, where there's a planetary gear connecting MG1 and the flywheel. The planetary gear is the core of the hybrid system. This is the planetary gear's sun gear, which meshes with 3 planet gears. The planet gears mesh with a ring gear. The 3 planet gears are connected to a carrier, which then transmits the power. As you can see, the planet gears can rotate with both the ring gear and the sun gear. The planetary gear can also provide reverse output. For example, when we hold the carrier stationary and rotate the ring gear clockwise, the sun gear will rotate in the opposite direction. Now let's return to the car and see how it uses the planetary gear to achieve hybrid operation. When the car starts, as mentioned earlier, MG2 starts first. Its gear meshes with an intermediate gear, which then meshes with the gear on the wheel axle. This drives the wheels at low speed. If you look closely, the intermediate gear also meshes with the planetary gear's ring gear. The planetary gear's input shaft is connected to MG1, and the output shaft is connected to the engine shaft through the carrier. Since the engine doesn't need to start at low speed, the carrier remains stationary at this point. However, the ring gear rotates with the intermediate gear. As mentioned earlier, the sun gear will rotate in the opposite direction, causing MG1 to rotate in reverse as well. However, if you press the accelerator to speed up at this point, the engine needs to start. At this time, MG1, which is coaxial with the engine, begins to work. First, the battery powers MG1, allowing it to function as an electric motor. Driven by the electric motor, the sun gear starts rotating forward. At this point, the ring gear, sun gear, and planet gears all rotate in the same direction, ultimately starting the engine. Once the engine starts, the car can accelerate with both the engine and MG2 driving it together. Here's a question. If the lithium battery runs out of power, can the car still operate? If the lithium battery is dead, the MG2 gear won't rotate. If the MG2 gear doesn't rotate, this causes the ring gear to stop rotating as well. However, this doesn't prevent MG1 from driving the sun gear to rotate. The sun gear's rotation can still start the engine, allowing the car to run solely on the engine. It's just that without MG2's power support, the speed will be a bit lower. Actually, when the car is slowing down or going downhill, MG2 switches to generator mode, converting the wheel's mechanical energy into electrical energy. This charges the lithium battery. Once fully charged, it can drive the car together with the engine again. However, if the 12-volt battery also runs out of power, the car really won't start. So when the engine and MG2 are driving the car together, MG1 functions as a generator to charge the battery. It can also provide electrical support to MG2, thus achieving the car's hybrid operation.